Ladies and gentlemen, and fight fans, on behalf of Motion Combat CEO, Mohammed Crowder, I'd like to formally apologise for the lack of activity and posting videos off the channel. Hopefully I can make it up to you someday, but for now, I'll take the time to thank those who have been consistent on the channel, who have liked and subscribed, and shared all the videos that have been posted. Your support has not gone unnoticed, and I'm truly thankful for it. One day we will see Motion Combat grow into one of the premier divisions of fighting, and your support has become crucial in this journey, as we grow and become more prevalent amongst the ranks of the fighting elite. Hopefully I can give back to you with this video. So sit back, relax, and watch a simple history lesson in the lightweight division, Motion Combat. Enjoy. Motion Combat was officially founded on the 4th week of August 2024, and upon its foundation, these were the top 5 rated lightweights according to Weekend Warriors magazine. The CEO of Motion Combat, Mohammed Crowder, officially awarded the lightweight championship of the world to Vincent "The Problem" Pedro. Vincent Pedro had become the first ever lightweight champion of the world and was scheduled to defend his title for the first time against number 2 ranked contender Lightning Leon Evans in MC3. But those two were not the first lightweights to grace the cage in Motion Combat. In the main event of MC1, Anderson A. Dicky took on Mick Silva to determine who would be the number 1 contender for the lightweight championship of the world and faced the winner of Leon Evans versus Vincent Pedro. Both fighters were unproven going into this contest, so it was anyone's bet as to who would walk out victorious. But in the dominant display, Mick Silva defeated Anderson Dicky via first round submission from an armbar, earning himself the number 1 contender spot. Mick Silva had officially become the number 1 contender for the lightweight championship of the world and would face the winner of Vincent Pedro versus Leon Evans. As for Anderson Dicky, he had lost in his first professional bout, but don't worry, you'll see more of him very soon. In the main event of MC3, Vincent "The Problem" Pedro put his title on the line against Lightning Leon Evans. There was a lot of talk going into this fight of both of their youth and potential, and many argued that both of them were not yet in their prime, and some even arguing they were nowhere near their prime and had no right fighting amongst the titles. However, both fighters put on a good show, which unfortunately was not captured on film. But ultimately, Lightning Leon Evans captured the lightweight championship, defeating Vincent Pedro after a decision. Lightning Leon Evans had just become the new lightweight champion of the world, and he would now face Mick Silva, MC6. More of that very soon. In the co-main event of MC4, Anderson Dicky was on the comeback trail, taking on number 7 ranked competitor Eddie Smith. Anderson Dicky had a lot to prove after losing in the main event of Motion Combat 1 against Mick Silva, and he really did prove himself in this matchup, taking a close split decision victory in an even contest. It honestly could have gone either way. Eddie Smith's stock was also up as a result of this, and he was later regarded as a competitor who could always put on a show no matter what opponent he was facing. Brilliant performance that benefited both competitors, and this placed Anderson Dicky right back in championship contention, and he was looking out for any slip-ups from his rivals. In the beginning of November 2024, Motion Combat signed Roland from Squared Circle, a renowned striker with his small 5'7" frame. He was a known power puncher, recording many knockouts throughout his career. This was seen to be an absolutely otherworldly signing by Motion Combat, and he was placed right into action in the first episode of Combat Riyadh series in the second week of November against Child Hinkles. However, the hype train for Roland was quickly derailed after Child Hinkles defeated him via first round submission in the prelims of CR1. And this exposed a great weakness of Roland, his lack of grappling ability, and he would have to go home and work on this a lot in order to be considered a contender in the realm of Motion Combat. In the main event of MC6, Lightning Leon Evans took on Mick Silva in his first defense of the lightweight championship of the world. Before the fight, many speculated that Lightning Leon Evans had complete advantage over Mick Silva due to the 16-year age gap between the two competitors. Leon Evans, the 22-year-old champion, facing 38-year-old Mick Silva. Many cited the champion's speed, to be a defining factor in who would win this fight. Now, many who believed that Leon Evans would win this fight were quickly proven right in the early rounds. Evans used his quickness, speed and agility to out-hustle Silva in the opening 3 rounds, taking a 3-0 lead in the judges' scorecards. Now, this would only require him to just see out the final 2 rounds, and this is how his coach, Christoph Collins, instructed him. More on Christoph Collins in the middleweight and heavyweight history videos. But despite this advice, Leon Evans refused to listen and continued going in. In the 4th round, he was caught lacking by a Hurricane Rana, leaving his neck in bad condition. Now, he saw at the end of the round, and then Christoph Collins consulted the doctors to evaluate the champion's neck. The doctors cleared him to compete in the 5th round, and Christoph Collins just ordered him to hold back and see out the round to avoid further injury. But of course, he wasn't going to listen to that. Mick Silva noticed that Leon Evans' neck was injured and began putting serious elbow onto his neck in the 5th round to try and injure him so he could end the fight early. Mick Silva got extremely desperate as he understood from this point he could not win the fight on decision. So he went in hard, no Diddy. But this backfired seriously, because not only did Mick Silva lose the fight, he lost the 5th round as well, as Leon Evans continued to fight on with such bravery that has not been matched since. It was an all-time classic, and Leon Evans took a 4-1 victory on the judges' scorecard, 4 rounds to 1. Leon Evans has successfully defended his lightweight championship of the world. He missed 3 weeks due to injury to heal his neck, but the title would not be vacated. Brilliant stuff from the champion, and it was clear that he was here to stay. In the last notable fight of 2024, the co-main event of MC7, former lightweight champion Vincent the Problem Pedrozo took on Eddie the Showman Smith. Eddie had earned the moniker Showman after his showmanful performance against Anderson Dicky. Both fighters were coming off different situations. Smith was coming off a close-fought loss against Anderson Dicky. Meanwhile, the Problem had come off a loss, losing his title to Leon Evans in the main event, MC3, and he was clearly on the comeback trail, requiring a victory to stay in the thick of things. However, this is not how it played out. It was an absolute onslaught from Eddie Smith, and the Showman claimed a unanimous decision victory, 3-0 on the judges' scorecards, taking all 3 rounds. All the momentum that Vincent Pedrozo had at the beginning of Motion Combat had fizzled out, and he required a serious rethink going into 2025. But Eddie Smith was up and was on the fringes of championship contention surely. At the conclusion of 2024, these were the top 5 ranked lightweights according to Weekend Warriors magazine. Looking at the pound for pound rankings, there were 3 lightweights present. Leon Evans was number 2, meanwhile, Mick Silva was number 9 and Anderson Dicky was number 10. Leon Evans had established control and sovereignty over the lightweight division. It was only a matter of time before Anderson Dicky got his shot. When will it come? You'll find out in 2025.